Alrighty, folks. This may be one of my greatest creations yet. Let's hope. I hope it works as good as I hope it will. I have created a manual honeycomb press, and the reason I'm doing this is because historically, when I would do cutouts on bee removals, I wouldn't really mess with the cut comb honey a lot. I would normally just take it and dump it out in the backyard, and that's because I just don't have time to fool with it. I mean, the bees come, they rob it back, you know, yada yada, whatever. But I'm trying to find a way to effectively be able to reclaim it faster and more efficiently, and I hope this is going to work. And even if not for cut comb honey, if I end up having, you know, so yeah, if I just have a bunch of hives that, you know, have foundationless honeycomb in them, whatever, you know, a lot of times I don't even fool with that. If I cut out, you know, old brood comb that's foundationless, it's just a pain to deal with. So hopefully this will help expedite it. So what I've built here, this is just a 12-ton shop press from Harbor Freight. I think it should be sufficient. And also, by the way, I'm going to be able to use this for, you know, if I do fruit presses in the future, if I want to make, you know, apple cider, or if I want to make wine, anything like that. See my kids over here playing. So I'll be able to use it for more than just honey. But anyway, this is just a general press. But I've pieced this together from all sorts of different things. So 12-ton press from Harbor Freight. And then I've got my bottling bucket from my honey. This perforated pot is a strainer from my turkey fryer. And then I put inside, cut this piece of the plywood disc, and then, you know, this is just a galvanized pipe fitting. 1-inch galvanized pipe fits right over the press shaft on the bottom of this press. So it's all kind of slapped together, you know. But the idea is that I'll be able to fill the inner perforated pot with chunk comb honey, press it down real quick, squish it all out. It'll drain out quick through the sieve and run out through the bottom gate valve into the bottom bucket. And I can even put my strainer sieve in the bottom bucket so I can strain it right through the fine mesh sieve and have clean honey all in one pass. But the way I've set this up inside, now, I had to kind of jerry-rig this together to get a picture of it. So let me set this down. Y'all come along for the ride. I'm going to set this down one pin so I can get my bucket back out, and then I'll tell you the rest of it. Whoa, close your eyes, you're going to get drunk. Lowered that one down one notch. Come over to this side and lower this one down one notch. Oh, there it goes. Okay, open your eyes. So let me get this out of here. And this fit perfect too. This is just meant to be. So this is just 2 pieces of 3/4 inch. Cut the corners off so it fit. And you know, see, it doesn't fit tight at all. So if you were using a real pulpy sort of fruit, it would squeeze up around the top. But again, a real pulpy fruit would probably just squeeze out through the hole. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to dip this whole thing, basically deep fry it in beeswax all the way up to here on the steel. To try to make sure I get a real good seal on it so it's not, hopefully so it won't get mold and mildew issues on it. Just have it completely sealed with beeswax. Another benefit is having lots of beeswax. Buckets were in there just for the photo op. In the bottom here I did this PVC base, and that is so that if I don't, my perforated pot fits so tight that it actually blocks off the gate valve. So by doing this little PVC stand, and these were just, I think, 1.25 or 1.5 inches, and then 3/4. I just pieced it together with some scraps in the garage, but it fits perfectly. And the bottom of this pot, for whatever reason, has these 3 little kind of bulges, and 2 of those bulges fit into that. Not that it has to, but they do, so it's kind of fun. Anyway, I'm going to do the finishing touches on it here, get this dipped in beeswax, and I'll make another video where I'm actually using this thing to press out some honeycomb. So anyway, I just want to show you guys how I did this. It is patent pending, right? Don't steal my idea, or do if you're a DIY kind of person. I don't even know if this is going to work. I hope it does, and we shall see. Alright, so this will be the next step in building our press here. Take my little press plate, and I've got a pot of molten beeswax, and it fits just perfectly. So we're going to dip her in nice and slow. Well, that's nice because it wants to float. So I want to go just up over, well, why not go up to the threads? And then real easy out. And I'm actually going to leave it submerged for just a little bit because I really want that beeswax to kind of, I really want it to soak in. So we'll leave it submerged here for a couple minutes, and then I'll pull it out and tip it upside down and let it cool off and solidify. Okay, so we pulled it out and we're just letting it drip a little bit. And it's thick, you know, it's I wanted that on purpose. It is thick coated. I held it in there for about a minute. I kept seeing little air bubbles dripping out of different spots, and that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to make sure that any little air pockets that could be were displaced with wax. Now it looks like, see, I've got those little pockets there from the plywood glue, or where they glued the sheets together. I think that'll be okay, because they're definitely coated all the way through. It was fully submerged. But yeah, that looks good. So we'll let that harden up real good, and then we'll throw it in our press and we'll be ready to smash some wax.